Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Caps on Comics. I'm Kenny Caps, and today we're going to be talking about how kids can destroy comic books, right? It's a sad, tragic thing that needs to be discussed, and I think we'll have a little bit of fun with this, maybe wipe away a few tears, but let's get started. Alright, so something that I love to do is periodically, I like to go on eBay and look at comic books that I already own, and I like to see what they're selling at. Now, I know this isn't really an accurate amount of what that comic book is worth, but it just satiates that curiosity of, ooh, what can I sell this book for? Alright? So, I was looking at a couple of these, and I just started to notice that there's a lot of ways that kids can really do damage to a comic book. Maybe not even a kid, maybe an adult or an angry girlfriend. But I'm looking at these and it really doesn't determine that much of a ding of the value, I guess, right? And I'm going to get to some of those examples. But for me personally, like when I used to buy comic books, I haven't bought a comic book in a very long time. But when I did buy them, if they were not already bagged and boarded, they were bagged and boarded, and then they were not allowed to be touched by anyone other than me. Okay? I didn't draw on my comic books. I always kept them in the best shape possible. But over an 80-year period, some of these comic books have been really trashed. Okay? So I'm going to walk you through some of the comic books that I have found on eBay that have been completely destroyed, mishandled, misused, or just maybe even had too much fun with. All right. And after I do that, while I'm doing that, in between, I'm going to show you my copy of some of these and compare them. And then I'm going to end with some of my two comic books I have in particular, very low grade books, significant keys that the back covers are just written all over with crazy things. All right. So of all the things that you can imagine a kid doing to a comic book, one thing that used to be fairly popular was that kids would take and they would punch holes in them with a hole punch to store in some kind of folder, right? This isn't unheard of. It's definitely something that has happened in the past before, right? You can see this issue right now. This is an old Batman comic book, like Batman 26 or something, right? This is an old comic book. And so obviously a kid loved this comic book. They cherished it. They wanted to keep it. All right. No big deal. I mean, it's still fairly valuable. Like this comic book's for sale for like $350. Right? Not too bad to have that. That's $100 a hole, what you're looking at, right? That's not too bad. Okay. So another thing that you will see all over the place from the Golden Age until the Silver Age is people's names on comic books, okay? So in this issue right here, Police Comics number 23, all right, we can see that somebody has written their name, particularly Robert Custer, right? I guess he thought it was so important to have his name written on this comic book that, you just have to put it right there in the front so nobody touches Robert's comic book. This is my comic book. Don't touch my comic book. All right. The next one we have a Superman number 147. All right. This is from 61. And this used to be the prized possession of Alan Howard. It was until some point, some person obviously got it and they decided to cross out that name with a pencil, maybe, and then perhaps erase that. Either way, they have written on this and then colored through that, but it's still not that weird of a thing. I've seen plenty of kids write their stuff on that, right? That's no big deal. Next, we have a Showcase 22, and that's the first Silver Age appearance of Green Lantern. This comic book has certainly seen better days. It's all jacked up. It's in rough shape. But let's look at what some kids have done to it. All right. First off, there's a huge stamp that says like maybe Sander. It's like a unicorn, but I can't really tell. And then underneath that, like this big chunk has been cut out. That's totally unnecessary. Child, whoever did that, And then for some reason on the back, there's like R225. I'm guessing like maybe some kid paid $2.25 for this, or $1. I don't really know what's going on here. All I know is that it's unnecessary action on a comic book. I don't condone this kind of behavior. So children, make sure you don't draw on comic books. Okay? This is probably one of the worst examples I have ever seen of a kid with a stamp. Okay? So like here we have, I think it's like Jimmy Wilson or it's DJ Wilson. DJ Wilson, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Look at what you did to this Journey into Mystery. It's ridiculous. He's stamped all over the cover. But in spite of DJ Wilson stamping all over this thing, this book is selling at $14,000. I kind of want to buy it just so I Google mapped this address that little old DJ Wilson put on here. It's like some West. It's hard to see. It's West Lloyd Street, but there's like what is it? It's like a 1423 West Lloyd Street. There's one in like Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. There's like 4 or 5 different places, and I don't have like the time and the money to track down whoever DJ Wilson was. But I just want to know, what were you thinking, DJ? What were you thinking? All right, I got 2 more to show you, and then I'm going to show you some of mine. All right. So the next one I'm going to show you is Tales of Suspense 39, first appearance of Iron Man, right? Okay, so let's look at this one. I don't really know what's going on here. I think somebody was trying to sign their name, but then at the last minute they decided, no, I'm not going to do that. I see a definite G, but I don't know what's going on here. It looks like Iron Man is stepping on a bag of twigs, right? And so like I have a similar situation like that. So let's just gotta find mine. Boom. Here's my first appearance of Iron Man, right? Mine has been signed by J Bot. I don't know who J Bot is, but why did you sign my book? Where you just didn't want people to steal it? I mean, there's other damage to it. I mean, it's a 1.8. You know, I'm just happy to have this one. This one on eBay is selling. It's a 2.0. It's selling for $9,000. All right, so it's not too far away. I mean, it is a 1.8, but still, come on, J-Bot, what's going on there? Lucky for me, the back is in really excellent shape. The only problem is like the spine is eaten all up. I know you can't really see that well, and I will be getting into this later. I'm going to be eventually doing another series. I'm not yet willing to name the title of that series because I don't want someone to take my brilliant ideas and turn them into their own. But I will get into these covers more in depth, and just to show everyone, hey, this is what the cover looks like and this is what's wrong with mine. So be on the lookout. All right, another one. Okay, so save that one, save this one. Yep. All right. So I've already shown the Journey into Mystery 83. This is mine, right? This is my Journey into Mystery 83. The problem with this one, it's not bad. It's not bad. Somebody up here, get it right there. It just has 6 in. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. 6 in. Maybe it's, now this I can understand as being something like an apartment number. You know, like people did stuff like that when they got shipped in, and it's not uncommon to see one stamp, DJ, one stamp from like a publishing house or drugstore or just somewhere that you get comic books, or even the address of where it's supposed to go. But 75 stamps, DJ. I mean, come on. The back of this one, you know, I'm gonna save that for later on down the road. But just want to show just a simple 6 in, not too bad, you know. But hey, okay. So before I'll do this one too. This is not too bad. Okay, here's my Avengers #1. All right, it's got a pretty decent cover. You know, the grade's low, but the cover's not bad. But some person on the back, you know, so we have apparently maybe like an old name up here that's been scribbled through. Okay, whatever. It's on the back, so it's not really seen by a lot of people. But then EM, whoever EM, I'm assuming those are initials, had to put A1 on this because I guess just Avengers #1 isn't enough for you. So you had to just go back and like, well, I'm going to put an A1 just so that I know for sure that this is my Avengers 1. EM A1, probably not the sharpest tool in the drawer. All right, so now I'm going to show you this last one that I found on eBay because it is just funny. I saw this one and it made me laugh because, boom, when you see it, the first thing you see is Dick Grunston. Who's Dick Grunston? And why do you have to put your first name in such large and gigantic letters right there, man? If you look at the rest of it, it says something like, do not take this book, or do not take this one back. I don't know if that means to like, don't take it back to Dick Grunston, or just don't take it back. Where would that back be? I don't know if Dick Grunston is the one who wrote this. Someone wrote it, and they were really intent on not giving back this comic book. So much so that they used one of like the harshest colored crayons, the black crayon of death, and they're like, don't take this comic book back. So that one really cracks me up. And because this one is so jacked up, like the only other comic book I've seen that's really bad like this on the front cover is the Angry Girlfriend copy of Amazing Spider-Man. Like, I don't know if it's the first appearance of Green Goblin. I can't remember that number off the top of my head, but it's hilarious though, right? This is another one that cracks me up, and it makes me angry and sad at the same time. So there's a lot of emotions. It's a complex thing. Comic books are very complex, right? All right. So my two comic books I want to show that are seriously jacked up, but luckily for me, it's the back cover. Okay. So we're gonna start off with my Avengers number 4, first Silver Age appearance of Captain America, right? And again, the front cover is not bad. It's in fairly good shape for a 3.0. I think the reason why it got dinged is the back cover. And if you look at it, it says something like, I love you, like, by Charlie? Like, I love, oh, maybe it's not, I see that now. Maybe it's Johnny or Mo. I love Mo. Then there's some more writing. There's another Charlie. So Charlie has put in a lot of work into this, and I mean, at least he's got to be at least in the 3rd grade because there's cursive. But why Charlie? Why? If you would have put like I love Steve, I would have totally understood that because like Steve Rogers, right? Pardon me. You could put anyone in the event. I love Namor. Just anything. Charlie, just I want to know why. Charlie. Okay, and the last one, the coup de grace, right, of my messed up comic books. All right, first appearance of Groot. Low copy. It is it's got a pretty good front cover. We got a little bit of wax marker right here. Common for newspapers, for newspaper stands, and that's fine and everything, but it's the back. And so there's two things I want to point out of the back. And first off, what have you done to Charles Atlas's nipples? So they've gone in, whoever this person is, and they have circled the nipples. I don't know if they're turning them into eyeballs, and these are like glasses for your nipples. I don't really know what's happening there. He's also put a 9 on his left nippular circle and a 12 on the other nippular area. I don't know if those are some sorts of measurements. I don't know if this person that's he wants. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. Kids do weird stuff, and this is weird. The 9/12 nipple split. It blows my mind. I'm at a loss for words. The second thing that blows my mind is apparently a list of shipping needs. I don't understand what this is. So let's get a little bit closer here. Okay, and so whoever this interesting person is with nipple envy has written down Buck. I don't really know what that is. Matt, Lind, kitten, bedroom, bathroom, cellar. Wood, Wooder, Walker pants? I don't know. Underpants. Yeah, bra, undershirt, girdle. Sweet Jesus, what is this? One terrible. I don't know what any of these words at the end are. A bull, wati, terrible, doki. Well, there you have it, folks. Some probably a woman wrote that, given that there is the need for writing down bra and a girdle. Who knows? I was reading this comic book at the time. Was this Tales to Astonish 13, right? First appearance of Groot. Whoever's reading Tales to Astonish at this point had some very interesting things going on in their brain. And so at least it's not the front cover. It's just the back cover, and I'm okay with that because on the wall, it's actually right here, and you can't see it. And it makes for a good story. So anytime anybody wants to read or see ink around Charles Atlas's nipples or like a laundry list of really weird things on the back, just let me know, and I'll be happy to show you. All right? Well, that wraps up another episode of Capstone Comics. So, I've been wanting to do this episode for a very long time. I've been sitting on it for a while, and so I hope you like it. I also want to know, who else has this happened to? What interesting books do you have that are just covered with like these bizarre names, numbers, stamps, messages? I want to know about it. Tell me in the comment section below. And if you have a really good picture, I am on Instagram. Please send a picture on my Instagram account, and I'd love to discuss it even further. All right? So besides that, I am back in a full swing. There will be monthly giveaways coming up. There will be subscriber giveaways coming up. There will also be more unboxing. I do have another video, an unboxing of a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collection. That's going to be coming down the road. So just check back for those things. All right. So don't forget to like the video. Please subscribe if you already haven't. And don't forget, it's free. You can subscribe for free. All right. Other than that, I'm Kenny Caps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.